YouTube family, it is I, Sanika. How's everyone doing? I thought I would come on and give y'all a childbirth story and 1 week postpartum. Okay, so as everybody know, I had an induction C-section. We got there at 5:30. They hooked me up to the monitors. Come to find out, I was having contractions every 3 to 4 minutes. Very painful contractions. I knew I was having contractions, but I didn't realize they was as strong until I seen them on the actual thing. But I was having them every 3 to 4 minutes, so they was like, good thing you coming in, because it looked like you was about to have this baby regardless. She was coming today. After that, went to the C-section at about 7:30. Got in there. I don't really remember much. But what I do remember is them dropping the curtain so I can see her. And the first thing popped in my head is like, oh my goodness, she's so tiny. And she just came out well, and she was covered in Vernex. And they brought her over there, and it was cleaned off. And the next thing I remember is my husband screaming, yes, she looked like me, which is an inside joke for us, because we always talk about who she was going to look like, because my genes are very strong. All my kids look like me. And my siblings, everybody, you know, we all look alike. So I just felt like, you know, she was definitely gonna look like a Eugene, and she looks like a Warren. She's a straight Warren. She's like him. But that's the first thing he was like, yes, she looked like me. I still remember that. After that, I don't remember much. Come to find out, the reason why I don't remember much is because I lost a lot of blood. I had my bile and my bladder was stuck to my uterus. They had to separate that, and I had a lot of scar tissue throughout my stomach, especially on the right side, and I'm still in pain over there on the right side. That day, you know, they had me on one of them drips, because I'm allergic to morphine, so they had me on a drip, and I had to press it every time I felt pain, and I didn't realize it was giving me medicine. When you press it, I didn't realize that. I thought that when you pressed it, it was just to let them know you was in pain, you know. So every time I felt something, you know, I would press the button, and I was just like high the whole day, to the point where I don't remember anything. Like if I didn't see pictures, I wouldn't know that I even held her. So that night, you know, I felt like I wasn't bonding, so I was like, you know what? I stopped the medicine. So I hadn't taken any more medicine. After 24 hours, they took me off the catheter. And took me off the catheter. I finally had the drugs out of my system. I tried to use the bathroom, because they say after they take the catheter out, you got 4 hours to pee. Like an hour later, after they took it out, I had to use the bathroom. I sat on the toilet for like 30 minutes. Nothing came out. It was like trying to give birth to urine. It was horrible. So I had to drink to the point where I couldn't hold it. And that was how I used the bathroom. And after that, I was able to use the bathroom with no problem. Walking around, you know, it hurted, but I refused to get on some pain medicine, because I felt like I couldn't bond with my daughter or be alert to function, you know. Breastfeeding, I attempted to breastfeed, y'all. For the first 2 days, you know, she latched on, but nothing was coming out. And every time they weighed her, she was losing ounces. So they was telling me, you know, I told them, you know, give her milk. And they wanted to give it to her during the syringe, but she wasn't having that. She wanted something to suck. She didn't want the syringe. She wanted something to suck. And it was like, well, if you give her a bottle, she's gonna have nipple confusion. And I was telling them, and I'm like, look, she doesn't want it. She was like really getting mad because she wanted something to suck. So I was like, give her a bottle. So they went ahead and gave her the bottle, and so she's now on supplement. I mean, she's now on formula. I tried again when we got home, but I was so engorged, y'all. Think of a balloon, and you know how they got the little nipple part at the end, and the more you blow the balloon, that flatter that part come. That's what my breast was doing, and to the point where my nipple just wouldn't come out at all. You know, the nipple shields, even they tried to get through the nipple shield, nothing. The lactation nurse, nobody could get my nipple to stick out, and you know, they were telling me I need to pump. So when I tried pumping, nothing. The opposite up there pumping for hours, nothing wanted to come out. So it didn't work for me. So she's formula fed, and I'm okay with that. I already knew that was a highlight that was highly probable, because you know I had problems with my other two. So, and then all the problems I was having, you know, post that, pre having her. So I had a feeling I wasn't gonna be able to breastfeed, but I'm glad I did try. Bless you, baby. And so we went home 48 hours. We got that we left Thursday morning. We got that Tuesday morning. We left Thursday morning, and she went home. The only thing as far as like postpartum, as soon as I got home, the only thing that I've been dealing with really is, well, I had the gas from CO2 gas. They was giving me gas X, and I was taking gas X in the hospital to prevent me from gas, because I remember that's how I was with my last C-section. But the gas X only worked for intestinal gas. This was CO2 gas, which is totally different. The CO2 gas is when they pump your body full of CO2 so they can move around your organs and everything. And it was trapped all in my chest, all in my arms, shoulders. It was the most painful thing ever. And when I got home, I just put on some heating pads on my stomach and put heating pads on my shoulder and my back, and it was gone. Thank you, Jesus. But then I started getting headaches, which was spinal headaches. And spinal headaches is when you get an epidural and your spinal fluid leaks into your brain. So I started getting those type of headaches, and those are the worst headaches you can get in your, oh my goodness, I never imagined. I couldn't understand, y'all. I couldn't function. I couldn't pick up my head. It's like as soon as I tried to get up, I felt it was just like I had to just lay there. And it was the doctor told me that I was supposed to go to the emergency room and get like a blood patch or whatever, something like that, to stop it. I didn't want to do that. So I looked up, remedies online for relief, and it was like high levels of caffeine. So my husband went and got some Pepsi and chalked these double fudge, extreme fudge cakes, and I was drinking and I was eating that, and it gave me relief. It relieved it. It wasn't a cure, but it relieved it, and so I'm thankful for that. So that's what I have to do. I have to drink Pepsi throughout the day, and I have a piece of cake once a day. I'm still having them, and not as extreme, like I said, but I'm guessing the chocolate and the caffeine is working. What else? My period, as far as postpartum bleeding, stopped day 4. Day 4 it stopped, and then day 6 I got up, y'all. I was feeling really good, and when I was pregnant, it was so many things that I could do. So especially around the house, and a lot of my deep cleaning got pushed aside, and because I couldn't do it, and my kids don't know how to do it, and my husband don't know how to do it, at least to my standards. So when I felt it up to it, I said I was going to do it. And that day I got up yesterday, and I started cleaning. I was cleaning I was all in my wash machine, especially my laundry room, because people don't really think to clean the laundry room because there's a laundry room on it. But me, I hate to see it. So I was in there scrubbing my washing machine and on the floors and sweeping behind them, and just cleaning my laundry room and doing stuff, cleaning baseboards and stuff like that, and I think I overdid it, because that night I started bleeding again. And then today I woke up extremely swollen, as you can see, all in my face, my neck, everything. I'm swole. Stomach was swole. I couldn't put on my rings, anything. And that's 1 week postpartum. So I didn't deal with any swelling during my pregnancy, but get it at postpartum. Also, I do believe that's all I've been dealing with as far as postpartum. My breasts are going down. I put cabbage on them and ice packs. They finally are soft again, y'all. But because at first it was like 2 big bricks sitting on my chest, chest. So they're still going down. I do believe that's it for postpartum as far as me. As far as my little CharlieAnn here. CharlieAnn. Born 5 pounds 14 ounces. When we got discharged, she was 5 pounds 11 ounces. Today she had her first doctor's appointment at 1 week old, and she is 6 pounds. So the milk is working for her, and she is gaining weight. She's also jaundiced. 2 days ago, I remember I asked my husband, I said, does she look a little yellow to you? And he thought I was referring to her as being yellow bone. No, baby. I was talking about does she look yellow as far as like, you know, yellow. So you can see it in her eyes is yellow and her skin is like really yellow, orangey. And I was right. She is jaundiced. Her level came back at 11.6. So they told me that that's just elevated. And they told me to put her in some sunlight. Now, which is kind of hard because we have not had sunlight in over a week because it's been storming and thundering and raining and flooding out here in Mississippi. So, no sun. But today when we came back from the hospital from getting her levels checked, they had some sun. As soon as we got out the car, the sun came out. And I remember I had the little cover over her. And I said, ooh, sun. So I went ahead and took it off so she can get some sun. And the sun beamed on her for like 5 seconds. Then it went away. So, and we have not seen the sun since. So hopefully we get some tomorrow. And I can go ahead and put her, because it likes to beam in through the door. So I'll just go ahead and put it in her mama room and let it beam on her. They say at least 2 hours a day. Her next appointment is on the 23rd when she'll be 2 weeks. As far as her eating habits, she eats every 2 to 3 hours. She sleeps every 2 to 3 hours. Sometimes she'll sleep 4 hours. Sometimes she'll sleep 4 to 5 hours. When she sleeps 4 to 5 hours, she will drink at least 4 ounces when she sleeps that long. But her norm is 2 ounces. As far as her sleeping through the night, I mean, she's not one of them babies who just be up crying all the time, y'all. She barely even cries. The only time she cries is when she's hungry, and because I'm taking too long to get it up out of her. But I mean, she shows signs when she's ready to eat. She starts playing with her hands and her mouth and everything, so she knows. So I know when she's ready to eat. But if I'm taking too long, then she'll start crying, and it's not like one of them wailing cries that just constant cry. No, she go, and then that's it. She doesn't full on cry. So I feel like that's a blessing. I wanted her to full cry because I felt like she had some congestion in her lungs, and I knew if she cried, it would come out. And I'm trying to make her cry, and that's all she did. And then she stopped. So, that's her. I mean, she's such a good baby. She's holding her heads up at times. Like if I put her on her stomach, like sometimes I lay on her stomach, like on a lounger, and I lay on her stomach and she holds her head up, and then she'll put it down and she'll hold her head up and she'll look around, and she put it down. Or when I'm burping her, she holds her head up and look around. A couple of times when I was trying to change her, she like rolled from side to side, and so I know I can't leave her just sitting there, laying there. What else? If my sister said, she was like, Sanika, if I didn't see this with my own eyes, I would think you would be lying to me. But she was attempting trying to hold her bottle, like she knows how like to hold her pacifying place so it don't go out. She was holding her bottle. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just a fluke, but just to see her do it is like, the bottle part. She's always holding her nipple in. And my sister was talking to her, and she was like cooing with her, and my sister's like, and she was only like 3-4 days old, and she was just like, while my sister was talking to her, she was like, Sanika, if this baby been here before. And she is just the best, and I feel so blessed to have her. She is in newborn, of course. She's swimming in her newborn. She's too big for preemie because she's too long for preemie. But newborn is too big for her. Newborn diapers are still too big for her. She makes the cutest faces ever. I love when she go. And then if I do this to her, and then she's like, and like I said, I'm pretty sure it's just little flukes, but just the fact that she does it just melts my heart. I didn't think, with my other kids, love them to death. My other kids, like my daughter, she likes to come up in here and she holds her, and they just love him. My son, he'll just come in there, he'll just look at her. You know, he's 16, so he just come in, he'll say, "Hey, Charlie," and then he'll leave. I think he's waiting for her to get a little older, you know, where he can react. But I can't wait till I can get to that point where she's reacting with me. But I'll let y'all see her. Oh, yeah. We have to go get her some more newborn sleepers because, you know, all her sleepers are 0 to 3. And I think I only had 2 newborns, and they was having a clearance. And Justin says, "Well, babe, they only have boys on clearance," because the clearance was like $1 and $3. He said, "But the only one in newborns is boys." I said, "Well, you better grab some of them. She just going to sleep in them." See, this is what she does when she's ready to eat. And I try to like postpone to see if she just wants something to suck on or if she's really, really hungry. Because sometimes it could be an hour later and she starts fussing like this. Hi, Mommy. Hi. You say hello to them? You say hello? No. That's what she does. And then stop. No. You say hello? Can you say hello? Can you say hello? Say I was worth the wait. Don't give up. Say don't give up. Don't give up. It's worth the wait. 7 years. And I'm here. Well, that's it, ladies. Just wanted to give y'all an update. We'll be back, though. And if you want to, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram. I post daily pictures of her. Love y'all.